Yeah. Honorable,
Yeah.
welcome back. Welcome back to this plenary session.
Yes, welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. Today, one of the discussions we have, and welcome to you viewers as well. So make you not be like
Yeah.
say I forget to now. Today, one of the topics we have is surrounding the issue, current living crisis we have in Nigeria, cost of living crisis, and
Mm,
as part of the this way we get, part of the challenge is food. So
yes.
a video has come online that is showing, that the Nigerian customs have taken up the responsibility of
Yeah.
sharing food, specifically 25 kilograms packs of rice,
Mm,
to obviously meant to alleviate the suffering of the people. While
mm,
they were doing that, I understand that they're also selling it for 10,000, 10,000 naira per bag.
mm,
Yeah. Uh, and in the process, a number of people have actually been killed, sadly.
yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So before we go any further, Honorable, let's play a bit of these videos so that our viewers can
You
see
have
exactly
already.
what's there. Okay. Um, if I just play that that one, yeah. So these are people queued up.
You see.
Yeah.
This is Nigeria Customs Service. Zone A headquarters have a road
In Yaba.
Okay. Yeah, but
Mm.
that's in Lagos.
The Nigeria Customs Service (NCS)
So you can see a lot of people queuing up.
Mm.
And so this video pretty much, you know, is this is what it is. You have a lot of people queuing up to get these bags of rice. Unfortunately, there has also been another video that
Yeah.
surfaced, where there have been a tragedy. Some people have been reportedly been killed. So you can see this one.
Yeah. This one is Welling.
Yeah. So what you're seeing on the screen now is
Mm.
I think that's a Sienna vehicle
Mm.
also, and then people are carrying dead bodies into the vehicles,
Mm.
unfortunately. And I understand from reading part of this post that about 6 people
Mm.
were killed or they died. I don't know if they died as a result of you know being trampled upon, or a fight broke out, and you know unfortunately people were killed. But the short and bottom of it all is that these people are dead trying to get food, uh, and that's the sad part. I'll stop the video briefly,
Mm.
and then I'll come back so you give your opinion on this. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah. On this video this clip that we have just watched, if looking at it properly, I don't think that video was taken from where the people are queuing up.
Mm,
Because if you look at the video properly, you see that is in somebody's house. Whereas the other video that we see
mm,
is it can actually somebody who was taking the clip said mentioned the location that is in customs office.
yeah.
You know. So another thing again is verifying informations.
Mm,
Because if you look at that Sienna,
yeah.
there's no crowd there that depict that maybe people are queuing for rice,
Mm,
maybe for those palliatives. So that is one thing that I noticed.
mm, mm, mm.
Mm.
Okay. So what you've established there is that we should proceed with caution. That it's possible, say, two things are not related to each other.
Yes, because if you look at this place, you can see that there's a lot of people
Mm,
here Then
Yeah,
while in the other video, no,
yeah.
I don't think anybody mentioned that it
Which
was.
actually makes sense as well, because if if the people that were seen in that video, say the people were killed in this Trump, this particular location, you would expect that the people, there'll be a lot more people in where the people who want to
There
see
will be a
are
kind
killed.
of it will be like a chaotic scene.
Hmm. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
you're right. You're right. So yeah, we proceed with caution on that one. So, but it
Mm,
still brings. Let's now go back to the main issue here.
mm.
Should Nigerian customs be handling the sale of this food product, given the background, of what of why it's being done? Should Nigeria customs be doing this? What do you think?
In my opinion, I don't think it's in the place of custom to commence the sales of food,
Mm,
because with the current situation of the country,
mm,
I will question the way it was the whole thing is being organized, because there will be a flood of people into that place, and
mm.
custom is not a marketplace. Their office is not a marketplace.
Yeah,
So there's possibility that it's going to be a chaotic place,
yeah.
because probably may not be a proper organization.
Mm,
And if in my opinion, I don't know the rationale behind them selling this thing in their office.
mm.
They could have organized it properly in such a way that they say this give those food to
Mm-hmm,
people who are selling food stuff.
mm,
Make it in such a way that it will be monitored properly. Then people should go to their normal stores to buy food. Now,
mm,
if custom finish selling this now, and people buy the whole item finish, what of the people that are not able to buy? It still boils down again that the kind of place we are, there is no price control because the government does not care.
mm.
So if there's a price control, I don't think custom will be selling food,
Well,
because
when you mention price control, remember they said that it's for 10,000 naira. There's a price fixed there.
yeah, if this, how are we sure now that Nigerian situation will not happen to this exercise? Yeah.
Obviously, if you ask me, I would say that Nigeria will happen to the bags of rice. That one is very sure, because nothing
So
happens in Nigeria that Nigeria doesn't happen to. What I will be thinking about now, what is coming to my mind mainly now, when we have organizations that are suited, like why do we have organizations? You pay people, especially all
mm-hmm,
these government organizations. You pay them every month, but
mm-hmm,
when they are the job at hand suits them,
mm,
we don't then give them the job to do. We then go and talking specifically about the NEMA organization. That's the National Emergency
emergency
Management. Yeah. Now I'm thinking, if that
agency.
organization is formed for situations like this, because that's what it is for,
Mm-hmm.
why is it that when it comes to this kind of thing, you will see them not, or those organizations not taking responsibility for what they're being paid for?
The problem that is still boils down to the structure of Nigeria,
Mm,
where agencies are just created for fun.
mm,
Okay, if I believe there's NEMA everywhere in
mhm.
Nigeria
Yeah.
as an agency that handles emergency, and now there's emergency which the government has find something to do about it.
Mm,
Those people should be the ones regulating that exercise in such a way that they make arrangement with people inside the market. That is the people who are selling food.
mm,
Then the NEMA make sure that people buy that food at the rate that the government say it should be sold. Or
Mm.
They make it in such a way that they sell those foods through local government areas
Mm.
where
Which
people can, if they go through not local government, like
mm.
there's local government areas in each community,
Mm.
like what they call parish here in the UK.
Mm.
They say those things through. That means it will be properly monitored to the grassroots.
Yeah.
In my opinion, custom should not be doing the work of National Emergency Agency.
Yeah. Like you rightly said, I thought about that too, and I think it's a no-brainer. If this thing were to happen in other parts of the sensible world,
Mm.
it wouldn't be custom handling it. If you look at that video, you see quite a lot of people all queuing up. Some of those people will queue up, and at the end of the day, they will not get any rice. They will go home. While
Okay,
some other people will come like 5 times and get rice because they already.
hold that thought here. Let me give you an example.
Hmm.
During the COVID, when the government wanted to inject money into the economy,
Hmm.
they come up with this program that Eat Out to Help Out.
Hmm.
What government did is they now put up a
When you
scheme
say
where,
government, remember you mentioned to the audience that you are talking about referring to the UK audience.
yes, I'm talking
Sorry,
about
UK government. Yeah.
yeah, UK government,
Okay.
because we are talking about structuring things and going about it the proper way.
Yeah.
Then the UK government, they put up a scheme where all the people who are these vendors,
Hmm.
they come and subscribe. Then everybody come to your place, they eat.
Hmm.
You subsidy, you apply that government subsidy. Then you now take your receipt to government and claim back your money.
Hmm.
No, it was there's no restaurant that they say, oh, it's only this place that they are doing Eat Out to Help Out. Then people will flood there. No,
Hmm.
it was properly managed. So that still boils down to us not having a structure.
Yeah. It is. It is. It's a big problem because I remember when many years ago I was in secondary school. No, it was in the university in Nigeria, and they
Mm,
said they were going to share bursary
mm,
of 50,000 naira. To us then, it was relatively substantial amount of money, uh, and even then for people, even more so for students who don't have that money or whose parents don't have
mm,
that money stored somewhere. Now it was a good idea. But when it came to the implementation, many students, me inclusive, I didn't see any of that. Even though I spent money going to do all the things, the hoops that they set for us to jump. Some of them
mm,
included to make sure that you have a certain documents, that you could only get from your local government of origin. I remember going to my local government of origin in Imo State to get that. But at the end of the day, despite spending all that money, nothing came out of it. We lost money. We didn't still get the 50,000.
mm,
Meanwhile, after a number of months, we started hearing that many people actually stored that a lot of millions from that 50,000 naira bursary set aside,
yes.
and that shows you that brings as a as a young growing child.
Mm,
No, at that point I was in university. I say as a young teen to
mm,
young man, that it became very clear that the country we were living in had a lot of problems. Now, the same thing is repeating itself, even during COVID.
mm,
Then during this one you saw, the first thought
mm,
I had when I saw this video was, why are there so many people standing around? Is this the best way for this thing to be done? It became clear to me immediately that many people will set up, structures. I'm not even talking about the ones that the custom official would have set up and be milking the rice by themselves.
yes.
I'm talking about the people that actually came out here. Many people have families, strong men in their families, strong women, who would go and, in fact, people would recruit people, pay them 2,000 naira or whatever, stand in queue for us, get that rice, sell it back to me for 5,000 and pocket the rest. That kind of thing.
Mm, yeah.
These are the kind of things that you get when you set out things this way. And
Yes.
unfortunately, Nigeria know they learn. Nigeria always have bad ways to do good things. Bad ways.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is structure that we are talking about. That
It's
is
crazy.
the structure we're talking about. There's no custom. Yeah, they want to bring food to sell,
Mm,
but it should be done in the right way, which in this case it's not going to work, because you can look at this place. There's already a chaos. And it will be before these people outside here. I
mm,
believe, how many of them would that food reach?
yeah,
And you will see here now, people will be doing business in this place.
absolutely. Okay, tell me what you see that some people are standing about on one side and they're
Making
not on the
calls.
queue. Those people that are standing there have a reason why they left everything they were doing to come and stand there.
The thing is, sometimes when you blame government, you blame the people in general, because the government, the person who is either governor, local government chairman, or senator, or whoever,
Mm,
they are part and parcel of the society we all live in.
mm,
So it's actually many of us that go out from the street have the opportunity to be in position of managing the resources of everybody.
mm.
They are the ones too that put everybody in a mess. So when we blame the government, who is the government?
And the reason I will blame the government squarely on this one without even thinking about other people involved, like the citizens, is because the government has every reason and every resource under the sun to get this one done properly. You understand? If you look at
Yeah.
it now, the people there, the government are the ones who set out who decided first of all to even share the rice that was seized by customs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the customs should know that they don't have the structure to share rice. They don't have it. The only thing they will do now is to share it the way they're doing it now, which, like you said before, alienates other people who don't live around that area. For instance, somebody that lives, if they're doing this in a, where did they say it was being done?
This one is, I think, is a custom office in Yaba.
Say in Yaba now, for instance.
Mm.
If they're doing it in Yaba, what about people who live in Ikoyi that need rice? What about people
Mm.
who live in other far-flung areas that are not near Yaba? So you find that it's not something that this is not the best way to do things. You understand?
Mm.
By doing it this way, the only people that will gain from it are the people who are directly living in that environment. Otherwise, they will spend the 10,000 naira. They would another 10,000 naira to transport themselves and the rice to where they live. What about people who don't live in Lagos at all?
Yes.
So that is why it is. In fact, this is a no-brainer. Anybody who knows how to even do the slightest organization would know that this is it can't work this way.
Well, we can't. It look as if we have it has been embedded in our DNA
Mm,
not to do things the right way,
mm,
or even try to improve
mm,
in ways that we do something. Even you see people who have lived, or maybe in a very developed country, they will still go back and still do things the way that they know is wrong.
mm.
Yeah.
But anyway, but the what do you think is the best way this should have been handled?
I will see maintain the best way it should have been done. If custom wanted to carry it out properly,
Mm,
they should have go through the local government area, distribute those food to take the, when you want to do something, let's say custom has come and say, okay, we want to help. We have
mm,
some things they want to help. They should be the one that provide the logistics. Make sure that they carry those, they allocate, they can't, if they want to do it in Lagos, there's how many local government areas in Lagos? Then how many sub local government areas in Lagos? They allocate those things according to the number of those sub local government areas. That is local government councils. Then they provide the logistics to make sure that those food is taken to those local councils everywhere. Now, before they will now station their men or
mm,
use national emergency agency personnel in
mm,
those places to supervise the selling of those items, making sure that it said those items will sell the right amount and everybody get it. They can even say, okay, we are not selling 25 kg, we want to say 15 kg.
yeah.
They make it in such a way that everyone gets it. Before a family finish 15 kg of rice, at least
Mm,
another help might be on the way, you know.
mm, yeah.
So, but in this case, they just throw it boa, and the thing will just rush tomorrow, that yesterday or thereabout, boy, and both thieves and people who came to buy for resale, and the whole thing before you know, the government will say, "Shebu custom have shared rice, so keep
Mm.
quiet."
To be honest
So
with
no,
you, you said it all. You said it all. I'm just hoping that even the person, the video that we played earlier that was showing the people, somebody that died. You understand?
mm,
That it wasn't linked to this one. Hopefully it is. Let's say that this was not. This was a separate video. There was somebody mischievously tried to link them. Because it's still possible that given the angle of this video that it was followed with the camera, that it was
mm,
maybe taken from inside a compound while the most of the people were outside. You understand?
mm,
Uh,
mhm,
so it's still possible that this might turn out to be linked to that video. But whatever the case, if it turns out tomorrow, that these people died because of food, that's a
mm.
very, very big indictment on the Nigerian government again, because of course, the Nigerian government of in successive, years and batches, they are not new to scandal. They always get things wrong when it comes to organization. I think this
Um,
one is yet another one, if it's true. It's yet a very, very bad one. But I
Nigeria, Nigeria does not have a government that is even interested in the people.
don't.
So they have never been responsible to the people. So if people die as a result of queuing up for food, it's just none of their business.
Mm,
Yeah. So if they are not even afraid of scandals,
yeah.
it doesn't move anybody that is in the seat of power in Nigeria. It doesn't move them. Scandal, if you like, scandal should be falling left, right, and center.
They don't
None
care.
of them. They will just cling on to power and just say you should just get on with it.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, for you now, for this one,
Yeah.
this particular issue, is it a yay or is it an I or a nay?
Is a nay. Custom to provide a proper structure of distributing food,
Mm,
not where it will be linked to people coming to queue for food and die in the process.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah. For me, it's a big nay as well.
yes.
Mainly because no, the idea of sharing food is a noble one.
Yes.
Even though from the outset, when I heard that it's going to happen, I was thinking that's impractical. But I know
Mm,
it's practical. What if you have a country that does things properly, or if you have a system or organization that does things properly? The
yeah.
problem we have with our Nigerian organizations and society is that when it comes to anything that has to do with organization, they
Mm.
don't have to do 'em.
And planning they don't.
Anything that in fact you can get the simplest thing that a 10-year-old boy should do in any other country.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you bring it to Nigeria, they will complicate it and mess it up, and
And mess
that's
it
the problem. That's the problem.
because some certain individuals have interest to profit from it.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You see a very, very straightforward thing to do. Take this, put it here. Take this from point B, put it in point C. Somebody will think, oh, if I do it that way, that means nothing will come out of it. They want to get something, so they will put some stopping point between B and C in order
Mm,
to create more complication that would then in turn enable some personal gains. That's what
mm,
you see in the banks as well. You go to the bank, you want to do the simplest task. You go from one point, So instead of just grouping all the people that will be handling that together, so this person passes it to this person and they finish it and give it to you. You will do a first queue with the first person, get that
Yeah.
in, go to the second queue, get that in, go to another room, cubicle, get that in another one, go. You'll be walking around all day just trying to get a simple thing done.
Yeah.
That's the same mindset that causes us to not even be able to share an ordinary bag of rice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's bad. So it's
Bad.
a big nay from me. They should be ashamed of themselves if these people really died on their watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So viewers, I think
We are going to go on recess and converge again.
yeah,
Thank you for tuning in today.
that's it.
I hope you
See you soon.
very soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye for now.